Socializing is hard. Wanna know why? Because it involves another person. You can't just control what they're gonna say. It's like when you thought of that funny joke and then you go ahead and say it to them, and then suddenly everyone just gets quiet. And so you just don't talk. I've dealt with this almost my whole life, to the point that when a group of people I didn't know were approaching me, I would start shaking a little. And no amount of just put yourself out there has ever helped. Fuck the people who say that. This is the solution I have on how to talk to people. Develop a genuine interest on the people you talk to. This is the solution I have that kind of works for everyone. Whether you have social anxiety and you want to run whenever you get approached by someone, or you're just like, I just really don't know what to say or do when I get approached. When we're talking to someone, we tend to think more about how they'll react, what they're gonna say, and how we'll look to them. Scratch all that, because if you're genuinely interested, nothing really matters other than how they're doing. You can't worry about how they'll react when you're just genuinely interested. Like if they get creeped out or angry, like,
"Oh my god, are you hitting on me? What a creep."
and then they just leave, that's their problem, not yours. Don't go around fixing problems that they're out of your control. The main point of this is that if you focus on fixing problems that are out of your control, like what they're gonna say, how they'll react, or how they'll feel about you, you'll never end up fixing them, because it's up to them to decide. It's not your job to get them to like you, nor do you need them to. But if you want them to like you, then you could just apologize. Hey, I didn't mean to seem creepy, but I was just genuinely interested. And then it's up to them to change. You've done your job, so let them do theirs. Don't get caught up on how you look to them, but instead, focus on how they're doing. And so that's where the genuine interest comes in. It's like when you're at school and then they force you to read this history textbook, and you can't get yourself to do it because you know you're just doing it for grades. And then years later, you pick up that same textbook and then you read it, and then you're like, oh, this is actually interesting. There is nothing we can do. When you're hung up on just getting good grades, you'll never learn anything, and so you'll forget. But when you're just genuinely interested, you'll learn that in the 51 years he was alive, there is nothing we can do. And so here are some things to say when you're just genuinely interested. And now it's up to you. Do me a favor. Live.